It says that his mother, Shubachanania's mother, used to bring him to the Beis HaMedrash when he was sitting and learning when he was a little baby. He didn't understand the words. So kein Kind versteht nicht. So reinzappen to absorb the Teire, so just the fact that the fact that the Teire that he got when he was a baby is größer from very social and all the Sachen that it says about all the other Tanoim over the Greater Talmidim, Avichem and Zakkai, all the other people, just Ashi Eladate. As soon as he was born, is the Mama Zayin that him genommen, he took on the Beis HaMedrash, he should einsachen, he should absorb the Teire. So the same thing to go to the Beis HaMikdash. Once in 7 years is given poshet to einsachen and to, like the Rambam says, it's like Nisanosim Sinai. That whole event that took place was something special. But I was thinking, if you analyze it, it entered my mind a while ago. If you look, what happened by Hakel? Absolutely nothing. You think the Melechs that have come, it's only Chidushim. And once in 7 years, some Sisra Teira, from Zeya, from Kabbalah, Chveis that he never heard before, Pirish, like the Rebbe, get a Pirish, Narashi, Gornish. It doesn't say a word. What does the Melech do? He has to read from Eila HaDvorim, beginning of Dvorim, till Shema Yisrael. Then he has to skip. Mach him schnell. Tirche de Tzibura. Mach him schnell. I mean, ganz Dvorim, how does Dvorim, you say ganz Dvorim, Shana Rav. How does it take ganz Dvorim? No. Shema Yisrael. Then you skip to V'hoyim Shemaya. That goes to Parshas Eiker. Then you skip again to Parshas Aset to Aset. That's in Parshas Ei. And then it goes till Parshas Kesai. And the thing is over. And the Melech reads No Chidush HaTeirah, No Chidushim, Eila HaDvorim. That's what he reads. And then he makes the bracha, the 7 brachas that he makes. The program is over. It's like you slept not like today. I feel like fahren zum Rebbe in New York, it's a ganze trip. Jene Zeit mit fahren, that means, doch mit kleinen Kinder, die Kinder, die schreit, das ist einfach kennen, die Weiber mit den Kindern, die Kinder...
Das hacken mit den Regens in New York.
Die Regens, ja, und die große Kinder schlagen sich herum.
Ja, die sind alle rein dort.
Was?
Ja, die sind alle rein.
Das ist ja Kinder. Und Korn Pesach soll sagen, das ist von den Fleisch von dem, alle reinkrochen, meinst du. Ich sage, es sind Millionen Menschen, das ich weiß nicht. Whatever. But upon him, the whole thing of going there, like the Rebbe said about the kids, the Rebbe said, a wilde Sach. You bring in Kinder, mit Schreit, mit das, mit Sturm, imagine just the trip, imagine what's going on over here. It's like a Heiman's bus for Tarum mit das, mit the Knobbel, mit the Zimmer, mit the gate, say, where are we going? And then they come, program's over, an hour and a half, go home, just get ahead, it's all it's finished. So the Nakuda is just being in the Beis HaMikdash. Nazam Matziv, and the Rebbe said the whole Shnas Hakel is a special year, is Gula. So this man Hazeh, I think the Rebbe take the Fedish thanked a number of times the people that came to the Rebbe in Shnas Hakel. The Rebbe Moshe thanked them that they came to be. The Rebbe always stood to speak about himself, the Dalar Ames, from the Sidei Reino, the Chula, from the Rebbe Shved, and all the Sachen, but just to be in 770 by the Eil, wherever it wants to be, but so sein Poshet, just to be there, just to Mizatem and see us, and it's a gewaltige Sach. Nicht to gesehen, der Soranissim, you couldn't even see the Soranissim. The whole thing took place on the Ezra's Noshim, you couldn't see if you saw the Nissim, that's not what they came for, that can come any time. So they came as a Eish Gula, Punkt, the second day of Sukkot, that the Eibishter wanted, he gave that Zman as a Eish Gula that should come down and Sukkot once in 7 years. So this the Rebbe brought out. It's a Loshen, a wilde Sach. It's an unbelievable Loshen.
Der Rebbe gedenkt von Kula ganze Jahr, not auf Ketish.
Yeah, not auf Ketish. Shnas Hakel. Chaim L'chaim. Alle Zeichen sein to be beim Rebbe. That's the Rebbe's Hakel. Together with the Rebbe. That's the Melech, Chaim.
Moet maar al geven even, dat is echt niet normaal. As he said before about Shavuos, I remember Tavshin Mem, the first time that the Rebbe asked that all the children was, so it was middle, it was it wasn't Shabbos, it was a evening. So everybody, that day in New York, it was pouring rain, so gegangen, they come like Noshim mit in the Wegel, so gegangen, sie gegossen, and it was he came garbage bags, you know, like covering, trying to 770 was jam-packed, und geschrien und alles. When sie kommen, der Aseret Dibres, like a miracle. I remember that today. And all about the Aseret said, still, man. Ich habe mal klar, Herr, was kommt, still. Alle die Babys mit Gold gehabt. But it was wow.
Purim also, everyone said a sikha that people complaining, the kids make a lot of noise.
Oh yeah, look, they
can't make everyone cough. The kids, that's the main thing of the kids. So we come the hakim and blackness. I came across a sikha, the Santa sikha here. That the Friedrich Rebbe said, as soon as he came to America, Shabbos Challah made Pesach, was in Lakewood.
Tavshin.
Tavshin, yeah, they call him the Shakeh. The Tavshin, then he was in Lakewood then. He had no place to live. He lived in a Greystone Hotel, Pashtikal site, before they bought 770 in Cheder Shalom. So there's a boss that gave his house away for the Friedrich Rebbe in Lakewood. His father Lakewood became No, so he says here, this happened exactly 120 years ago. Purim Tofre Samach Gimel. So it says that the Rebbe Rashab was at that time, he was in Vienna in Austria. It was Purim. And it says a lot of people came from Rusland, there's Polish Jews, Bulgarian Jews. There was a very good Fabrengen, the Friedrich Rebbe says. Friday, Purim was Friday, so they started Fabrengen 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 8 o'clock, 6 hours straight, into Shabbos. And then the Mekabel Shabbos, so it's mighty, and then the Suda Shabbos was till 1 o'clock. 1 a.m. Then some Yidden asked the Rebbe Rashab, he would like us to bring Mitzvah Shabbos, basically Friday, this Mitzvah Shabbos from Purim. So he said no, he's not going to fabricate. No. So the Rebbe says, Rebbe says, when he said he's not going to bring, so we went into a different room and we bring amongst ourselves. And then after a while, it's Motzei Shabbos, Motzei Shushan Purim. After a while, Shushan Manach. So he says, the Rebbe Rashab Meshoris, one of the Meshoris was Chaim Meir Rosen. So he brought him an express letter. Express, this one, the outside, a letter express, like an urgent email. It was like, urgent, express. So the Friedrich opened it up. What's the express letter? The express letter given that the sending Adin B'Chesed Rukni from the Mashgichim and Nikol and Chassidus from the yeshiva from Chatmimi Lubavitch, the Matzah from the Bachri. And he read the Friedrich Rebbe checked it out first. He said it was mamish a good report. A good report, mamish that Hogan, and he said his father was very much involved to know about each and every single individual Talmud, not just the Klolos is good. Yeah, the Talmud. No. So we decided, because our letters, and they gave the Rebbe Rashab the letter. A half an hour later, the Meshoris comes and he calls the Friedrich Rebbe, and he says, "Mamish, the Rebbe Rashab was Ponim Meiris. He liked the Ponim at that time. He got such a beautiful thing, a beautiful book that came in from the Babich from the Yeshiva." And he says, "I'm very, very satisfied from the beautiful regards that came in from Tamidat Mimim, Sabsura Teva, Hashem Shemasliyah, the Mashgichim, Mashpiyim, they should accomplish Masliyah and everything else." So the Rebbe, Friedrich Rebbe, grabbed the opportunity, says, maybe such absurd teve machen a verbringen. He said he's not going to verbringen. But he saw that the Rebbe Rashab was so happy with all the Sachen.
The Rebbe Rashab was happy in Tovshin?
Not Tovshin, the Rebbe said the Maise.
Oh, Tovshin.
And he says a little while later we're ready in the Rebbe Rashab in his estimate that is called the Salom. Okay, and said this Valdik if I bring this Valdik Yasichas. And he said Friedrich Rebbe tells one incident that happened. He says it was pretty late in the night. Alle schein gewend stark mit Busen. All the she's up there Chaim. Stark mit Busen. Nicht stark mit Busen. So he said that one of the Anash was by the Fabrengen. That was a small crowd. So he said, he asked the Shaila, Rebbe, wie wird man hecher? How do you become higher? How do you elevate yourself? And he was crying. A chosid, a bissl mashke, comes out of Pnimius. That was bothering him. Wie wird man hecher? He wants to move higher. So the Rebbe Rashab answers him, come to me in Wogen, in the wagon, my wagon. That will bring you higher. So my wagon is saturated with tears and sweat from Aveda Shabalev. I'm serving the Eberster Aveda Shabalev in ganzen Herzen. And there's also adorned and has Haskola and Hasoga Lakis. It's soaked with the tears and sweat of serving the Eberster, and it's also as treasures with Haskola and Hasoga Lakis, understanding godliness. Short and sweet. So it says another Choshed asked, Rebbe, wo sind die Treppe? Where are the steps to go up, to go into your wagon? Come to the wagon. So he's going to Rebbe's wagon. Where are the steps? In dem ist er gelegen, das ist er gehalten Kopf. Dann fragen wir, wo sein Adress ist, weiß er nicht. Das you know. Wo sind die Treppe? So the Rebbe Rashab answered, yeah, without steps you can't go up from the Niederigkeit, from being low. And without steps you can't go higher. You can't go out. You can't go out of the Niederigkeit where a person is low. And you can't go higher. And he said to go out of the nidrarikite from being low and to go up to be higher, there's 4 steps. 2 steps to go out from below, and 2 steps to go on higher. He said, also Bekitzer, was answered Bekitzer, said the first 2 steps to go out of nidrarikite is like this. To look and to see in every gashmistic thing, every mundane materialistic thing that a person must have, he always has to see what is the purpose and what's the tachlis, what will come out of it. And then to use it only for that alone. Everything that you see in the gashmistic world, no, it's not stam Chashush doesn't say it, it's not stam gashmis, whatever it is. What's the purpose of it? It has to have a purpose. And then to use it for that purpose only. Only thing. Don't use it for anything else. Use it for that purpose. So that's, it seems, are the 2 steps to go up. And then, number 2, to make a Seder Mesuda, to think a Inyan of Chassidus 15 minutes every single day. That's it. That's a prescription. A short prescription. That seems to be the steps to go up. So to get out of the Gashmias is that the Gashmias shouldn't have a hold on the person, because the whole Gashmias has a purpose. The Rebbe spoke many times. Like the Rebbe was mechal of the 2 things. L'shem Shamayim means L'shem Shamayim. It's for Shamayim. Kol Derech means in that itself, in them alone, you're serving the Eibishter. So that's it. That's Gashmias. That's not a Gashmi. So the Gashmi, you always have to think, what is he needed for? The Te'elis, the Tachlis of them. What's the purpose? Why does he have this Gashmias? And then once he understands it, to make sure those are the 2 steps, to understand what it is, and to use it that way. And then to think of Inyan Chassidus 15 minutes every single day, and with this
0 or 1-5?
1-5.
But that's only
It had
3.
Rachmanis. The Rebbe had Rachmanis. He had Rachmanis. He knows that he made 15
That's only
15
3
minutes.
steps. That's 3 steps. Where's
He
the
doesn't
4th?
go into that's what machen sich a Seder Mesuda zu trachten in den Chassidus 15 Minuten alle Tag.
That's number 3.
Just the Sikh finished.
Number 1 is to see the tachlis. Number 2 is to use it for the
To
tachlis.
use it, and then
Number
base,
3,
so I don't know if that's also maybe has 2 things. Maybe it requires 2 steps, 2 steps together. There's a loshna. Machen sich a Seder Mesuda. Maybe the Seder Mesuda is echengen. Seder Mesuda. So trachten in den Chassidus 15 alle Tag. Seder Mesuda should be mamish, not just Seder Mesuda has to be. So then you have a connection. So then with that, he said you go on the Rebbe Rashab's Bogen, all the Rabbeim are the same thing. So ausgewegter in Tränen und Schweiß na vedische Belay. That's the Bogen of that's the Bogen, and it has a scholar and a soget. Remember when Shazar was in 66 well, he came to America, and he wanted to go into the Rebbe, to Yechidus. And then he was already what they call president, also he's a president. So his keepers told him over there, that's not the protocol. A president doesn't go visit people. If people want to see him, they have to come to him. He stayed in the hotel in Manhattan, and they have to come here. So the Rebbe wants, he has to come to him. So, and he mentioned that to the Rebbe before Shabbos. It was, I think, on Thursday. So the Rebbe said that he can't answer him now. He's going to the Eyal. After he goes to the Eyal, he's going to give him an answer. See, but the Rebbe was a pastor. Yes? And then they went to the Eyal, and he notified Shazar that the Shver told me, the Shver had me gesagt, ach Lebavitch fährt nicht weg. You don't leave Lebavitch. Just leave Lebavitch. In other words, you want to come here. Never told him close. He's not. But Chatchila, he said, what? He said, what? Wait. I'll go to the Eyal. I'll give you an answer. No, he went to the Eyal. The answer was, the Shver told me that Lebavitch fährt nicht weg. You have to stay here. No, so Lepel, when he heard this, he still wanted to go. They told him he can't go, based on that. You have to follow the protocol, the ganze Meise. So he became ill, he became sick, that he's not going to the Rebbe. He had a gewaltige kesher with the Rebbe, a gewaltige kesher. The Rebbe used to write him, by the way, his title was Yedidenu Shalita. That's the Rebbe wrote about him. Let's say to Ephraim Wolf, to Zebian. He didn't write never wrote his name, never wrote Shazar. Never said no letters, Shazar. To give Yedidenu Shalita, not Sheikhia, Shalita. Let us in Anafit's office. Let me start ganze to do let him ganze. There's a special connection, basically. Even though Klapachutz is a given whatever he was, but got a kesher pnimi. And Zayda was like a chosim Rebbe Marash, Lubashov. So he became sick, and they saw that they let him go. Finish genug. Chaim Grade was a ganze Meise. Chaim Grade, the Yiddish Schreiber. Ich nicht gefilmt. So he came to visit him in the hotel, and Shazar was still back and forth. Mitzvah Shabbos, she go, not go, doesn't know what to do. So he said, Chaim Grade. Chaim Grade is another Yid Hashem at the mitzvahs. And he was a very famous Yiddish writer. The Yiddish writer Bechalvos, all of them were off the derech, as it's called today, whatever. So when he came to visit Shazar, they told Shazar, listen.
Shazar told him.
What?
Shazar was gesagt.
Yeah. So he told Shazar, that's what he is. So Chaim Grade told Shazar, he said, listen, if you're not going to go to the Rebbe that you want so strongly to go, you won't be able to forgive yourself for your whole life. I see how much you want to go. That's you won't never forgive yourself. If you go, there'll be a little bit tumult, the press will write, forget some of them. But this will be a lifetime, so you won't be able to forgive yourself, just go. Shazar later said, he said that was the Machriya. And Bechlal, I remember the time before that he came, and afterwards they sent in, the police were there, the Shin Bet was there, to check out 770, there were snipers. But this was the decision was made in 2 hours. He went against him, is coming. But it's very short. He arrived late at night. He came 770, and Yechidus, the Rebbe told him, this day people heard because Chatchila they were together. Then he said they sat with the Rebbe for a few hours privately. But Chatchila went in everybody together. The picture, yeah, the picture. The Rebbe helped him to the Handtafel. The Rebbe took him around. The Rebbe hugged. The ganze story. But the Rebbe told him that by this table, the Rebbe said tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Yidden are asking for a bracha, and the heart is coming out. And the Rebbe said, this I couldn't bring you.
Exactly.
This I couldn't bring you.
Dat is hier privaat.
He could explain to another event that I couldn't bring you. I can come in, you want, I can come visit you. But this, what you're getting over here, and them zimmer, and this desk, and this room. So the Rebbe himself had to explain it. He also understood that stuff. He wanted to come. He wanted to come. Mit alle Sachen.
We hebben nog niet dem argument. De eerste Mal. Niet de geval zu nehmen. Das ist ein gutes Argument.
Was?
Das ist gesagt privat, dann kann ich nicht sehen.
Wir sind nicht gerebbe. He told him, Bill Haddon from Schwed. Yeah. Doing a mamish.
Dort wird man Musik kann bringen.
Yeah, that's the verbringen, but he also told me about the desk, but them tish. I'm saying the Rebbe Rashab said, I will have my Vogen. Rebbe Rashab Vogen, Rebbe Rashab, Rebbe's tish. Mishnas Hakel, but all the Sachen, Chaim.
Fala sefer, so no see the chosid.
Yeah, Chobbes, I grace to say, Chobbes, no see chosid, that's right. But alle Sachen davon.
Die meiste was wir noch dort mit Peres Nechel. Story mit Peres, so, sie waren dort, kommen mehr Ries. Sie gewöhnen Tage, da ist ja was?
Was?
Die meiste mit der Tat, was kommen mehr Ries. Der Regel. Alles der Meister.
Man mag ja riechen, man hat.
gedruckt.
Je doet met een sebes. Man mag ja riechen, wenn man wissen sebes hat. Je doet, macht man Sache. Die Sofes, die Schmottes, ist... Man noch mit der Gehirn Meister.
Ja.
Ohne Sofes, ohne Schmottes.
Wir haben gesagt, wir haben zugerechnet, wenn wir so kommen zu einem, das kommt zu sagen, bei Geld. Sie haben gesagt, wir sollen nehmen den Tag. Gehen, also wir kommen, gehen, also wir steht und gehen.
No, haben weiter.
Wir kommen, dann einige nicht.
Also legen zu, also weißt du, was MS, ich halte mitmachen mit dem Wein.
Wir kommen dann von Garage, wo es gemacht war.
Wo dort, du bleibst dort, ne?
Ja. Die Weine sind dann gemacht, so.
Oh, gemeint, macht die Gesandte. Wir gatt ein...
Ich bin ein Jäckel.
Na, es
In
gatt
der
ein...
Zeit sind gemacht die Weine bei Mensch Rubin in Garage.
Also, ja. Gemeint dort, es hat eine Living Group, die gemacht die Wein, das ist. Sehr gut.
Die haben uns gewöhnt bei Mensch Rubin, sie haben das alles wissen.
Nee, je zorgt dat als je zout hebt gezegd, is dat met die begode met alle zaken, dat is de medegewen. Dat
Das ist, der hat die Doktor von Gina Sieg.
ja, is gegangen.
Mit Thomas, das gemacht eine Impression auf dem. Aber was sie gewöhnt ist, speziell, das ist in der Mond, das ist von
Amol is das. Wir kennen von Amol ist das.
wenn man kennt von der Mischproche. Der hat gesagt, das ist, kennt sein Vetter, was hat übergehattet, wie der Vetter hat gedauert, schaut.
Zoals Ausvetter?
Zoals Vetter.
Zoals Ausvetter?
Ja. Der Vater hat übergedrungen.
Ah, Daunen von dem Vetter.
An ihn gefragt. Oh, ja.
Der Mann.
Tag der Mauer.
Nur mal Friedrich haben gesehen, dass das von Tesla gewesen. Nee, das ganze Meise, ich sehe mal ganzen Artikel in der Malterem Snigel, der Arbe Bogus, am Reben, am Friedrich Reben. Das von Tesla,
Ja, das.
Ich hoffe, Quach Abad ist ein Camp, ist doch eine Kammer oder Kammer in Jonne. בתחנה אחת הרכבת, והכלי דרפל, זה ganze Saison, da Tachana.
Er fällt rein, die Qual machen.